Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome back to Nerdrotic. My name is Gary Beekler, and I come to you from Nerdrotic.com, and this is a Nerdrotic special report. It looks like Winds of Winter is going to be out in 2020, confirmed by George R. R. Martin. I don't think he would willy-nilly put it in his blog if it wasn't almost done or if he didn't think it was going to be done. He said this before, but we will get to that shortly. I have had multiple insiders emailing me the same thing, that Winds of Winter would be out in 2020, December of 2020. Now, 6 people emailed me. Now, one of them is a very credible inside source that I have checked out. He's got some other news on the prequels and how they may have done some damage to season 8 of Game of Thrones. That will be my next video. I'm waiting for some confirmation on this, but this looks like it's the real deal, folks. So from Fandom, George R. R. Martin says, if Winds of Winter isn't out by July 29th, 2020, fans can imprison him. Now, I'm going to go to George R. R. Martin's Not a Blog. I was surprised last night when Air New Zealand went to the internet to invite me down for a visit to help me finish my book. I cannot say I was not tempted. New Zealand is a beautiful place. As it happens, I've already visited there a number of times. I've been to Auckland and Wellington and Christchurch and Rotoros and Hobbiton, of course. I have gone whale watching and blah, blah, blah. In short, I love New Zealand. You don't need to convince me. As it happens, I've already planned to return. In the summer of 2020, Wellington is hosting the World Science Fiction Convention, the oldest and most important con in the SF fantasy calendar. And they've asked me to serve as Toastmaster for the Hugo Awards. Writers, fans, and artists from all over the world will be headed down to check out all of your wonders. I hope lots of you Kiwis will join us. Of course, I was especially moved by your offer to bring me to New Zealand on us. How wonderfully generous. As it happens, I do have enough money to make it to New Zealand on my own. I do like that. But there are many American writers, fans, and artists who do not. If you care to fly, say, 20 or 30 or 50 of them to Wellington in place of me, I have no doubt they would instantly accept and fall in love with Middle Earth, New Zealand, just as I have. And you have such big planes, I'm sure you could squeeze them in. I think that's very cool. This is the important part, folks. As for finishing my book, I fear that New Zealand would distract me entirely too much. Best leave me here in Westeros. But I tell you this, if I don't have the Winds of Winter in hand when I arrive in New Zealand for Worldcon, which is July 29th, you have my formal written permission to imprison me in a small cabin on White Island overlooking the lake of sulfuric acid until I'm done. Just so long as the acid fumes don't screw up my old DOS word processor, I'll be fine. So, he just said if he doesn't have Winds of Winter done by July 29th, 2020, to imprison him. Well, sure. Okay. So, again, I have been told many, many times that the book is done and he couldn't release it due to some contractual thing with HBO. Now, he has come out and said that is complete bullshit. The book is not done. But he could still have a contract saying he couldn't release it and the book might not technically be done. This could be wordplay or he could be completely telling the truth. This is the first great sign I've seen with Winds of Winter. Now, he has promised before and not come through, but this looks pretty solid, folks. And it's been 8 years. And considering the ending of season 8, which was god awful, if you're new to the channel, I hated it. And I'm a big fan of the books, then this is great news. I've always thought we would get Winds of Winter. Dream of Spring? I don't know, but I could almost live with Winds of Winter. So keep writing, George. Yeah, the book should have been done 4 years ago, and he's been to entirely too many cons, and he has to fulfill his promise to the fans, which is the promise you have to keep when a lot of us have given you a lot of money and a lot of time. I certainly had your back for the first 6 or 7 years. I was cool with you taking this much time. Now that I've seen the destruction of one of the best TV shows in history, one of the destruction of one of the greatest characters on television, Jon Snow and Tyrion Lannister and Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister, and of course Daenerys Targaryen. Not the fact that she went Mad Queen, it's the way she did. And underwriting Arya towards the end, kind of rushing everything. You guys know how I feel. But I'm very happy to hear about this. We'll see if it actually happens, but George wouldn't put it in his blog if he didn't know something. And I think this move was done on purpose to give the fans a little hope, to give us a ray of sunshine, because, well, the fandom isn't split. People are saying the fandom split. No, most people hate it. Most people hate it. So I got to say, thanks, George. Come to think about it, that is definitely why he put it in the blog, because of the reaction to season 8. I had to give this some thought. I had to turn off my camera and give it some thought. I even brought this up in the live stream that we should probably look out for George to say something or make a statement, because listen, George can't hide how he feels. He tries, but he cannot hide how he feels because he is still a nerd. Like, despite all the success that he's had, he's still just a hardcore nerd. So, George, again, thank you. I wish things would have been different with the TV show. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I want the show to be good and the book to be good. Now, I think people asking you about Dream of Spring will start about a week after you put out a Winds of Winter. And listen, for that one, I'll be patient. 5-6 years, I got you. Just, eat healthy, stay healthy. Walking, going outside and walking is really good for you. It's good, for the cardiovascular system, and it's good for sound mind and spirit. Just some unsolicited advice. Everybody, have a great day. I hope this brightens your day a little bit. Again, George would not willy-nilly put this in his blog if he didn't have it. I'm thinking done. I've been told by, again, a lot of people that it's done. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go to nerdrotic.com for my live stream schedule, and may the free folk sing songs of your greatness.